talking to King Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
Like King Cobra is like low key, like fucking. He must be like low key racist and shit. Cause he said he was like posting like Sneed memes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Dude, yeah, cause like I feel like we need to do that like Josh out. Like we need to be like above board, like like keep it like down low. Like we're like who we are. We can keep who we are, like how Sam's doing. Like how Sam's just like doing like house reviews and like just doing like kind of normie, keeping it normie with these new Zoomers and stuff.
Yeah, they're so dumb, dude. I was thinking about the Zoomers, and I was thinking if we're ever at war, the Zoomers are so fucking stupid that we would like have to beat the shit out of them just to prepare them for war. The entire training process would just be beating them over and over until they became tough men. They're such pussies, you know?
Yeah, cause like that's the thing is because like they're not saying anything of like substance or meaning. Like they're not saying like anything. This take on like clown world and like technology fucking becoming like consuming us and like everyone becoming like fucking NPCs and shit like that and not being who they are. But like I don't know, it's hard to describe. But like because that's the take they want to get out because they want to just get bigger now, like get as big as they can, and then eventually come out like being low key, like who they are.
Yeah.
Like, low key, like anti-Semitic and like how he is, and like you can't.
Ye isn't low key. Ye isn't low key
No,
though.
that's the thing. That's the thing is that you need to become as big as him. Like you need to be like as much as a cultural phenomenon as Yi until you can come out with like full on like Reich mode. You know what I'm saying?
That is a good point, dude. You know something that I've been thinking about with a lot of the Zoomers and just these people that just fucking mutilate themselves. In the book of Revelation, it says that God has wrote everybody's name on the book of life that'll live eternal. That's already been done. Like, so what does that mean for all these people that are just going to be wiped out of existence when Christ comes back? It means there's no soul. And then there's another part in Revelations where it says there'll be locusts, like millions of locusts destroying the earth, and they'll have the heads of humans. But that's them. They're soulless golem.
Yeah, I mean it can be interpreted a lot of ways. Like I used to think like those were demons, like that would like come out of like the holes that would open up on the earth, like when the sun would turn like fucking like black and like blood red and shit, and then
Yeah.
like not in the sky anymore, and then like the holes will open up and like the demons will come up, and that's what I'm thinking is that like the people who will be left on earth will be like ransacked and pestered by these demons who will be walking the earth and fucking them up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they're almost like husks for the demons as well. Because they don't have the protection of God. They don't have the protection of God.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Like more like husks, not necessarily NPCs, not necessarily like empty vessels, but like a husk to like a hive mind. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It reminds
Demonic, satanic.
you haven't finished Naruto yet, have you?
No, I'm barely at like I'm in like season 5. I'm barely so yeah. Like don't let me know any spoilers. Like don't talk about it because I want
Okay.
to finish it like the whole way through.
But what I will say about Naruto, like it's like the brilliance. Like Naruto's the blonde, blue-eyed Ubermensch. Like that's what's so badass about it.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yo, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Hey,
How you guys doing?
Good. This is Timmy boy. What's up?
What up, everybody?
So what are you doing tonight?
Shit. Right now, I'm fucking burning Chinese food because I was running to the other room to set up my video light, knowing damn well I just now wasted my time. It didn't matter. So now I'm going back into the kitchen to salvage what is left of my P.F. Chang's.
Dude, I just had some like nasty ass ramen. I fucked up and I cooked it too long. Cal.
Was it like cardboard?
It's like watery. It's just disgusting.
You guys hear this right now? Do you hear this steam?
What's that for?
Oh my god. It's a
man,
fucking...
don't burn down your kitchen.
Yeah. Nigga's gonna burn down his kitchen. Cal. what's what's the story about the tranny at Cook County? First of all, I want to let the stream know that Cal was in Chicago jail county with a bunch of apes. So, Cal, go ahead and start talking about your jail time.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about it, like I'll start from the start of it, like going into it, like, cause I'm not gonna say what I got arrested for, but it was some schizophrenic shit, and then they arrested me, and I was like, they found out I had like COVID, so I was on what do they call that fucking isolation or whatever for like a week or whatever in the hospital so that they could wait for the COVID to go away.
Yeah.
And like so like I was just like eating shit tons of food in the hospital, and they had like a female CO, and they're like watch me, like COs watch me, like, and watch me shit and piss the whole time while I'm handcuffed to a fucking hospital bed.
Were they like counting your chewing, making sure that you're swallowing things properly too?
No, it wasn't that bad, but no, they're like watching literally everything I was
They're
doing.
just looking at your dick and your ass.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
I was like watching old Family Guy reruns in the hospital because everything else was like fucking movies and stuff. And I watched like Beetlejuice because I like Michael Keaton.
Bro, you missed.
That sounds like an MK Ultra.
Yeah, bro, you missed your perfect opportunity to fucking jack off in front of them.
I was gonna get to that fucking like so, and they had this like really hot Latina CEO like come watch me.
Yeah.
While I was chained in this bed, like I was sleeping fine and eating fine. I was like eating really good. I was eating like fucking ham and cheese burritos for breakfast, and then like giant burgers and chicken tendies and everything. And
Oh, dude.
They had this fine ass little female CO come in and watch me. And I remember I'd be getting like I would like get myself get hard with like the blanket on, so like I would just have this like towering erection, and then like and like the female CO like she would just be on her phone or like just like casually staring, and like so I was like, okay, how far I can push this baby. I'd be like fucking wanking and shit. Won't do nothing. Like,
dude.
I'd be like fucking like looking at her like in the eyes, like.
Dude, that's some king shit. That's some fucking top fucking alpha shit.
It reminds me of grade school, honestly.
What?
I've been that ballsy since 4th grade.
Dude, I remember in middle school I used to fucking make these V shots, and we like made a whole like SS regiment about it. We were pretending and shit, and we would just make these strong ass V shots, and I would just shoot, like, I shot this kid in the fucking eye, and it was so fucking bad, dude. Like his whole eye fucking welted up, and I thought he was gonna like try to fight me, but he just ran away crying, and he was like a high schooler, and I was in middle school, dude. It was fucked up.
Unwarranted David and Goliath moment.
For real, dude. Cal, talk about that tranny in jail.
Well, okay, that's what you want.
Yeah. Just let's jump in. No, keep going. Keep going. No, keep. Oh, I want to actually. I'd rather hear that. Tell us that story.
So, like, it was time for them to put me down to the police station to hold me a night till Cook County came.
Yeah.
And I was trying to stay in the hospital. I was trying to tell them, like, you know, they're psychic vampires trying to steal my fucking my blood so that the global pedophile elite can use my blood to stay young. And I was telling them that, and it's true though.
Oh my god! Exactly.
That is true though.
It's true, but they didn't want to keep me in this, and because I thought I was in the psych ward, but I wasn't. I was just in the hospital room. and they're just quarantining me. That's the word. They're quarantining me for COVID. And the doctor's like, "No, you're fine. You're going out of here because there's a court order for you to go out of here. You got to go out of here." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So they're wheelchairing me out to the police car, and I was like handcuffed, and then they added the leg shackles. So I was leg shackled, so I was in this like hospital chair being escorted by like 4 policemen, like all chained up. And on the way there, about wheeling me out of the hospital, there was this like 14-year-old or 15-year-old like black kid like just staring at me like being chained up like I'm the white guy, like, I'm the criminal. And I turned to him and I'm like, "What's up, nigger?"
What'd he say?
With the police right there. He didn't say nothing, bro. He said nothing. And then they just wheeled me and took me into the police department.
Oh my god.
That's so based.
And then I fucking so then they kept me overnight. It doesn't end there. They kept me overnight at the police station. They kept me at the police station, and that was fine. And I got my call to let them know I'm going to Cook County tomorrow. You guys got to do something to get me out. And so on the way there, I'm transferring me to Cook County the next day, waking me up for court. They had a black dude, they had an older black dude, and they had like this another Latina woman police officer like take me to jail. And while taking me there, they had to bring the elevator down, like to take the elevator to get out to the garage.
Yeah.
And so we're waiting right by the elevator. We're just waiting. It turns out the female police officer didn't even push the button in for the fucking elevator.
Stupid fucking bitch.
Typical.
Yeah, so I'm like, woman moment. and then the black officer, he's like, "So tell me this, Roberts, tell me, you're fucking racist and you're sexist?" So he must have heard about what happened the other day, calling the guy nigger. He's like, "You're racist and you're sexist." Man, how people like you still around, man?
There's more than us. There's more of us than you know, nigger. All right, keep going.
So then they wheeled me off. Yeah, they wheeled me off to Maywood. And while there, like on transport to Maywood, I saw like through the windows, through the police car windows, like the black officer. He had like fucking drugs. He had like an eighth of weed. He had like fucking like Molly and pills on him and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? These cops are dirty as fuck. I'm like, what are they gonna do? Try and plant this shit on me?
For real though.
When they came to let me out, when they came to let me out of the car, I'm like, don't fucking even touch me. You know, I was like kicking out of the car, and like I jumped out of the car and made sure they couldn't plant nothing on me because they're corrupt as fuck here in Cook County.
Oh fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. They probably, they kill people and shit, dude. The cops are like a mafia. Cops are like a fucking mafia.
To be fair.
Shit, dude. All right, you gonna keep rolling, or you want to talk about something else?
No, yeah. Timothy was saying something. He said to be fair, and then he went muted.
Oh, what's up, Timothy?
I'm just fucking agreeing with you on that one, man. With the whole gang shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
I had this Mexican dude that fucking works here, and like he literally is like, he shows up one day drunk off his fucking ass, literally tripping over dogs. And because I'm white, he associates me with getting DUIs and getting like pulled over. So he's like, I don't want to. He literally walks out and goes to my manager, stumbling, tripping over his words, like, I love you, Christine. I just can't work with this piece of shit anymore. And he kept talking about how like cops are a gang, and I'm literally looking at him like, bro, I've got a fucking eighth in my pocket, and I work at the same dog daycare you do. How the fuck am I officer?
Hey, just don't dox yourself, dude. Don't say anything like about the location and shit. You know, but keep going.
Yeah, no, of course. It was just one of those things. You know what I mean,
dude? It's typical. Oh, it's fucking typical. And the thing is, we've been pushed around for so fucking long. We've bowed our heads to them. We fucking put them up on a pedestal for shit we didn't even do, and now they think they're better than us. Well, motherfucker, you're not better than me at all. and the whites are starting to wake up to this shit. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'm coming at it from a different angle, like where I'm literally just like neutral ground, and like I get.
Well,
yeah. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, I hear where you're coming from.
Well, I'm the same way. I have black friends and shit. Like, I don't inherently hate black people, but I know if shit caps off, I got to stick with my own race. It's because if a race war happened, the entire world would be like prison mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And not only that, but like Chicago politics, like it's extremely anti-white. Because now too, like Chicago politics, top down, it's now like all completely by the blacks.
Oh yeah.
Jews. So like it's completely anti-white. Like Skokie too, like because Skokie's still in Cook County, and like they're like basically the headquarters for like Jewish America. Skokie. And not only that, but we got fucking Lori Lightfoot as mayor. You got Kim Fox. You got fucking all of them. They all hate whites.
Oh yeah, of course.
They hate them.
Dude, my state fucking elected Gretchen Whitmer again. I don't even believe in elections anymore, dude. It's since they did that mail-in shit, they changed the rules. They changed the fucking rules. That's how fucked up the Democratic Party is. They didn't cheat. They just changed the fucking rules, and everybody let them, dude. We're never gonna win an election again unless we start fucking cheating and ballot stuffing. And I say we, but I fuck the Republican Party. I really don't associate with them.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the same thing that they got. That fucking whatever you like about or think about Trump, regardless, the idea that like he came into this whole game, waking up the majority of Americans with the simple fact of like, I know that the system is rigged because I use the same exact system, kind of thing.
Exactly.
It was the first time most plebs were like, oh, hold the fuck up, that he actually admit that.
Yeah, exactly.
For people like us, it's like it takes like we have that discernment and intuition to know you're all full of fucking shit. But most of the fucking people, you know how it fucking goes.
Oh,
you know how our parents are.
Dude, it was like they expected like that Bush Clinton political aspect where it's just a charade, a puppet show. So many Americans just expected that to keep going on, that when Trump came in and he said whatever the fuck he wanted and the media didn't cancel him, people expected him to come out and be a pussy and apologize. And you could never do that, and he didn't do it. It was pretty based.
Yeah, there's one of the good examples there that you can. I mean,
but then you look at his family, though. His family is all Jewish at this point, so.
Yeah, that's where I was going with this. Like it was a whole fuck you to anybody with an awareness of what's been going on for the last like fucking decades, let alone the last couple of years. We've been picking up on these fucking breadcrumbs, these QAnon memes.
Oh yeah.
Right wing. It's like, yeah, like, hey, buddy, you all know you're in a simulation, right? Well, how about we all get together on a fucking Reddit page and discuss how the good guys are actually going to win this year? I can't believe I fell for that, thinking that because a politician was outing the fact that politicians suck, that didn't mean that he was a good guy. If anybody, like, obviously was all money and working with the fucking Jews.
Oh yeah.
The fact that he was literally like, oh, God bless America, and like people like I remember when people were literally like, I think John F. Kennedy fucking Jr. is still alive.
Dude, QAnon is the CIA.
Of course, bro. Of course. And that's just like the CIA is like it's got one wiener from the fucking Jews, and they've got one wiener from the fucking other motherfuckers in Europe, all just kind of like.
Oh fuck yeah!
Gets to be the leader of the CIA that month. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, dude, our fucking. Go ahead.
Going down too many rabbit holes here at one time. Like, it goes back like way before that, like with the Rothschild banks and like the whole banking system, which is why like I think. When Trump came to power, like at first, like it was a good idea, and what he was doing at first was good, but it just got co-opted by like his fucking Kushner and all these other fucking people he started letting back in, and then like Steve Bannon got out when Steve Bannon was actually.
That was a bad sign. That was a bad sign
that was a very bad sign.
When that happened, I knew it was over.
Explain. Yeah. I'm sorry for people that may be in the chat that are fucking as ignorant as me and just me. Who the fuck is Steve Bannon?
Steve Bannon, he led what was that publication called, Cal? that he ran.
Oh,
Breitbart. It was Breitbart. So
was it
he,
Breitbart?
yeah, so he ran Breitbart was kind of like a far right leaning place, except they never named the Jews because there was Jews working within it. Of course, there's fucking Jews working everywhere. They're parasites, but I digress. Anyways, he was working at Breitbart and he got on Trump's campaign, and then he started running Trump's like system. He was supposed to be kind of helping him as a president, and then he got fired. And when he got fired, he put some Jew in charge, I think.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Yeah, he worked with Milo and shit.
Like Steve Bannon was kind of like fighting for his time to come to power, and then when he came to power, like he was naming them, and then that's when Trump's like, no, you can't name them, and then took him out.
Yep.
Yeah, because he still makes money in the system.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, here's an analogy: Donald Trump giving everybody just enough fucking faith and letting them know that, like, I know what you all know, and I'm on your side. Is basically like the Catholic Church letting everybody know God is real, but fucking over everybody for thousands of years,
Yeah.
hundreds of years.
Exactly.
Let you know just enough about the truth, but just enough to keep you absolutely fucked and ritualistically retarded because your lack of information is sacrificial.
Have you seen that meme where there's the little Jew inside of Trump controlling him? That's literally what it is.
No.
It literally is what it.
I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, it's literally what it is.
Back to the whole like 2016 election. I was wishing. I honestly like. I liked Trump and what he was doing, but I wanted Rand Paul to be president.
I like Ted Cruz and Rand Paul. But
yeah, Ted Cruz would have been cool too. Yeah, but like I think Rand Paul, because he wanted to abolish the Fed, and like that's where you got to start. You got to take away their fucking banking monetary system first. That you got to get the fucking head off.
Yes, I agree.
Chat.
And the head is in fucking Jerusalem, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what I love about the Jews? That if they were ever to be, because me and Tat were joking about nuking them, but they have that fucking dead man switch that blows up the earth, dude. That's so fucked up. You guys know about that?
Well, hold on. Pause for a second. Yes, one of my theories on that whole thing is like, if string theory is correct, kind of vibe, I literally think that we're getting jerked off this geniusly because there's an infinite number of versions of Earth all running at the same time, and ultimately at the top of the pyramid is they're basically reality farming. So
dude,
they can afford. I've been on this for so fucking long that like I've heard people kind of come up with similar things coming back from DMT and certain things like that. That I'm like, if I got that idea or parts of that idea or hypothesis just kind of from my own brain, it has to be like pondering from the consciousness, and I think we're on to this.
Hey, you're cutting out a bit. You're cutting out a bit. You're telling the truth too much. You're telling the truth too much, buddy. Well, keep going about this. Do you think we can see? I think it's a test that we evolved to the next level. So keep going on this, Tim. This is some fucking crazy shit.
Well, what do you mean, like a test though? Like, on what sense? Like,
well, if
dimension, like.
I kind of think they're preparing. I kind of think they're preparing us to be gods. I think God's real and everything. I'm a Catholic. I think God's real and shit. And when I had ego death, dude, I fucking met God, and I was told that we're all reincarnations. The people that actually have souls are all reincarnations of Adam and Eve, living their own separate individual existence, but after death, they're all one consciousness. That's what I had.
See, I put that. Something like that.
I want to go after what Timothy's saying, but like I agree that like this is just one dimension of like where there's all these different dimensions of like different Earths and different like timelines, and how like this is like the absolute like worst timeline. Like this is the timeline where whites are being killed off or genocided, where we're losing every World War II, World War I.
Yep, it's the reality where Hitler.
Middle ground timeline.
Because
if our imagination can imagine even worse, but we have within us the ability to do even better, I think we're somewhere in the middle.
We could be. To further go on Cal's point,
sorry for the interruption.
No worries. You can tell this is the shit dimension or wherever the fuck we are because Hitler lost. If Hitler would have won, our lives would be completely. What?
He left, bro. He was like, "Fuck y'all, bro. I'm gonna go to the Hitler dimension."
No, dude. There is a theory. There. What?
Not even with Hitler. I mean, look at Napoleon too. Napoleon got fucking ousted from Europe.
Yep.
If Napoleon won, there wouldn't have never had to be Hitler.
You're right about that.
Under French monarchy, and it would be the strongest nation to ever.
And it would be backed by the Catholic Church, right? Or did he not? Did he not like the? Oh yeah, he was cool with the Catholic Church, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have all been one religious state, dude, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah, that's what Napoleon was planning. Because that's why he stole the Louisiana Purchase to America. Because he didn't give a fuck about the New World. He only cared about Europe and uniting Europe as one strong Central Europe.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, but the thing is to remember, no matter what timeline we are, if we're in the mid timeline, if we're in the worst timeline, you always gotta remember though that God's always the one who has the final plans, and that's what like Revelation's about. That
yes.
In the end, God's gonna come back and he's gonna kill off Satan and all this technology, satanic technology,
and all these pedos and trannies and shit.
Yeah, and he's gonna bring back his kingdom here on earth. That's what God's doing.
But I will say that there's so much in the Book of Revelations that's happening now. It's insane, dude. It's insane. Like, and then that one of my favorite quotes is the locusts with human heads. I think that's like the horde we're facing. Let's see.
It could be, man. That's definitely a good way to fucking look at it.
So, I wish the Crusades, even back to the Crusades, we didn't conquer the fucking Arabs, and there's just fuck, man. You're right about that, Cal.
Yeah, we could have fucking conquered all of Israel again and had Israel under our thumb in the whole Middle East.
Dude, I wish we could do that now. Could we ever do it again? Do you think we could ever do it again?
Even if you go back to Caesar, like Caesar was killed. If Caesar was allowed to establish his empire, he would have conquered the Parthians. He would have conquered the whole fucking world, bro.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I guess there's a quote from Murdoch, and it says, "Even if all we're doing is getting in the way, we'll always be the wrench in Zog." I mean, I can't give up, dude. I can't fucking give up. I can't give up on my people. I have genetics going back to fucking Tsar Nicholas and even further. I can't fucking give up on my people. I will fight to the fucking death and I will die for my people. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm so fucking tired of whites being put down and put that fucking shit. We're fucking Vikings. We're conquerors. We're crusaders. We fucking conquered the modern world, dude. I'm so sick of being shit on. We have the armor of God. If we truly believe in God, He will protect us because our deaths are preordained. That's how soldiers, men of our past, could run into battle knowing they could get shot at any time. They put their fucking fate in God's hands. That's why these pussies nowadays don't do shit. They don't put their fate in God's hands. They're always afraid of the state killing them. It's pathetic.
That is true. I will say that.
It's fucking pathetic. Anyways.
Like 4 people across the street clapping. You guys just can't hear it. That was that was some good shit. Very, very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. I just made my one friend watch Borat.
Oh hell yeah! What'd he say?
He thought it was really funny.
That's what sucks is that guy's a complete fucking kike.
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen is a Jew shell.
Oh yeah.
Dictator. I didn't like the Dictator or Bruno, but Borat, if you just watch Borat, it's just so funny. And it just shows what America used to be.
Oh yeah, Bush America was pretty good. But well, even after 9/11, 9/11 was the psyop that united us. That's kind of fucked up, but people were, they literally did it. My American government loves me so much. They blew up the Twin Towers to unite us as people. They're so kind. Oh yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm Jewish and I want to be a comedian. They're like, all right, well, you got the Jew thing, but what else you got going for you? My dad died in the Twin Towers. Fucker, a microphone.
That was fucking great.
That's why they let him attack Kanye West. They were like, look, we're going to send the biggest message by letting this little Jewish kid
cuck him. Yeah, we're gonna let this little fat Jew boy cuck Kanye. That's what they fucking did, dude. They're so sadistic, dude. They're so sadistic. They sent him. That's why he gets bitches. Dude, look, Mac Miller died. Mac Miller died, and he immediately fucked Ariana Grande. Dude, look at them submit us. Look at them mock us. Look at them mock us, dude. Because Mac was white. Mac was white. Live from New York, it's Jugan Lugan. That means lying Jews. Yeah. And Colonel Sandberg.
When Obama was on SNL, he did the fucking. He was dunking his cookie in the milk, and the cookie was too big for the milk because he like sighs, and he's like, "Thanks a lot, Obama." And then we all thought, "Oh man, what a cool president, man! Like he's making fun of himself."
Hey, look at this hip jive nigga.
And then it was like 2 months later, I was like, "Oh yeah, Michelle Obama's got a penis."
Yes, dude. Michelle Obama is a fucking man, and those kids, I don't know where they were fucking made. They were probably birthed on Pedophile Island, and then they just fucking sold them to Obama.
So it's below surface level stem cell technology that they're using. They were going off of the Operation Paperclip, brother.
Yeah.
Not only did we fucking Warner von Braun the fuck out of rocket technology, but all that eugenic shit that like never made the fucking papers. We've got some pretty we could clone a motherfucker.
Well, I was hearing Alex Jones years ago talked about fucking human chimeras and shit. That shit's real, dude. That shit's real. Oh yeah. Did you guys see when Ye told him to write Jesus Christ's name, he wouldn't write Christ? And he was kind of nervous and weird about it. And his ex-wife is a Jew and his kids are Jewish.
Bro, I think what it is they scare the shit out of you. They're like, look, you really are in a fucking simulation. The devil runs all of this. Do you really want to play around and say Christ's name? Because I will not only kill you, I'll take away your fucking
hair. Yep.
And if you don't have enough faith and real evidence that you are 100% good with the armor of God, you are going to be completely tortured. Your fucking flesh is stuck with the spiritual intuition going one way, and you're fucking you're traumatized. Like they use all this stuff that they learned when they were breaking the psychology of a human being during World War II to just subtly brainwash us into fucking thinking this way. Whether it's being afraid like that or sorry, I'm tangenting on like a motherfucker, but on that.
Keep going, dude. That's badass. You're a genius.
That same exact vibration of Alex Jones not wanting to say Jesus Christ. I watched a clip. I don't remember what YouTuber it was specifically, but Kanye West was recently on a stream, and they were talking about the Jews like they and them.
Yeah.
So he said something about regardless, Kanye just stands up and leaves out of nowhere because one of the people whose podcast it was that they were streaming from, he was laughing and he was just kind of saying but
that was Tim. That was Tim fucking what? Tim Pool. That was the Tim Pool podcast, right? I believe. I think so. Yeah, keep going. So. Keep going.
But the same vibration of the fucking guy that responded the way that made Kanye West get up like that.
Yeah.
There is that the same. I can't describe it. You have that internal intuition okay, well, I gotta go do this and not do that because that thing's wrong.
Well, that's God. That's God. That's why we're born. That's why we're born, and we automatically know not to kill because that's God subconsciously inside of us. That's pretty amazing if you think about it.
I agree.
Reddit threads of these, we need to start Reddit threads of all our topics we've been debating and have them get fucking blown up on the internet, a Reddit thread or some
Oh, I mean, yeah. I think we've been in this shit for so long that we have a higher knowledge of what's going on, and we can just talk for fucking hours about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which of course is honestly, if we really want to make a difference in this kind of talk, for instance, right? I don't shut the fuck up about this shit all fucking day.
Me too.
Fucking day. And the point where it's like people are like, okay, you're crazy, you're getting schizophrenic. My coworker just told me, okay, I don't want you to pull a Brian.
Oh my
So
God.
preface, there's this dude Brian that used to work at where we both used to work, and the fucking guy was just a normal dude, and out of nowhere, he's like, God told me that I can't be with this girl anymore because she's too all fucking, just want to swipe right and look at BDSM all the time. I'm not like smart enough to have any like real conversation kind of thing. Like the porn.
Because I'm a faggot. Yeah, I got a porn trap mind.
Yeah, and he was literally like having sex with her, but like having his best friend over there, and he was like fucking jerking his friend off.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? People like that need to be killed. I'm sorry, dude.
He was talking about God at the same time, and about the fact that like he's got to he literally left this girl that he proposed to her. He's like 25. He proposed to her, and then a month later, he's like, God told me to leave you and told me to go fight the war in Ukraine. So it's like people like that. When I talk about things like this and about like revelation or just about any sort of like isolated point that I made, they're like, okay, well, we have archetypes like a Brian individual. So when you say keywords, we are going to attack you like the media attacks Kanye West. And I say that in terms of like, if we want to thread things out and like talk about this stuff more organized, like fuck man, I don't know how to be more organized with this and more approachable. Like a complete virgin who's open-minded to ideas because they also have intuition to know every fucking thing that's around them right now is fucked. How are we gonna?
We can't, dude. This is what I've been talking about. In the book of Revelation, it talks about God with the book of life. How all the names are already on there. Like, so that means that the people's names that aren't on there, they just don't really exist that much. I think personally. I was telling Cal they're husks for Satan. Like they do have some cognitive ability, but I just don't think they're all there, man. I've tried so fucking hard, dude. Tried so fucking hard on certain people, but then there is the one person, dude. There's the one person it clicks with, and you change somebody's life. So don't stop trying. Yeah. Don't stop trying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I agree with that, man. Well, some of it I can assume, like, I think the husk for Satan thing, while that may be true, it feels like that is a more intentionally statistic than what I think it just naturally is. I think it's one of those things where, like, just like we have grass, fucking butterflies, and fucking dogs, like, they're not, like, they're fucking things that are here that exist.
Oh yeah.
In this realm, on this fucking planet.
Like you can only take an untainted mind like so far into the rabbit hole. Like you can only take someone who's like not privy to like how the world actually works and only privy to like what they see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think the people that will get it are ones that have this is their first lifetime. If you're coming from somewhere in existence, literally just in existence, not even from above or below in terms of the human paradigm, or not from maybe some physical planet that exists somewhere in this dimension that was very close to Earth, that planet dies, but the Wi-Fi signal has to find a compatible battery, which is why we have a lot of fucking souls coming to the Earth school in general. So you could have new souls from somewhere in the cosmos being fucking, completely brainwashed by what's here on Earth, which is why they're so dense. You can't get anything to them because this is their first time as cosmic energy experiencing a fleshly body. Whereas people that are more intuitive and open-minded are probably this isn't their first time in. Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I want to get Grant's take on that. Like, Grant, what do you think about reincarnation? Like, what do you think about?
I believe in reincarnation. I believe we reincarnate from our ancestors. I believe that blood is like sacred. I believe I've been reincarnated like a lot because that's why I just came out in life. Like I got like this look on my eyes that my grandma always used to say, you have an old soul. And I have like a natural sixth sense. Like at this point in my life, this life I'm living, I have a natural sixth sense where I can predict fucked up shit. Like I predicted my uncle's death, and it's I don't know. I feel like I've reincarnated quite a bit, to be honest. And I feel like I'm almost out of this realm. I think I'll in the next couple of lives I'm gonna break through. To be honest, that's the feeling I have about myself.
Yeah, I can feel that too, man.
Possibly, yeah, me too. I feel like I could break through in this life. I just don't want to be overconfident because it's hard.
Yep, I don't think this is the one for me. I mean, like, even me, like, I'm at the point now where, like, when I have conversations like this, I think the same way that you do, but to prevent myself from going off the fucking deep end, I have to apply Occam's razor, and I'm like, how fucking rational am I being right now? And I'm like, okay,
What?
this shit is real, and you're not fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of signs everywhere about it. It kind of makes the most sense.
I need to be more confident.
Yes, I was having this thought that you need to take your first instinct always, because that's your subconscious guiding you to your true path. And a lot of people will second guess themselves, and then they'll live their life miserable and wondering what if. Like, I'm serious about that. You have to take your first instinct immediately. Don't go with the second option. It's like a multiple choice, dude. And I always used to be good with not studying shit, but getting a good grade on multiple choice, because I would always go with my first instinct. If I didn't, I'd fuck it up, you know? But
yeah, man, I feel that.
You know?
Okay, you know what's the funny thought I was thinking about when we're talking about like human clones and shit?
Yeah.
You know what? I fucking bet you Greta Thunberg was made in like some fucking Swiss lab.
Oh yeah. Yup, she looks like it too. She looks like a robot. She acts like a robot too.
She doesn't look fucking human.
She's not human at all. She's not human at all. That's the average normie thinks we're crazy, but this shit's actually happening. There's literally fucking clones, dude. They kill fucking celebrities and clone them, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The clone of like Michael Jackson.
They're probably gonna do it too. They're probably gonna do it to Andrew Tate. That's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna. I don't know if they'll kill him and just leave him dead. I could see them killing him and cloning him, and then he'll just come back all paused and shit. And if that happens, you'll know he's been cloned. Like, hey, look at this. The Drudge Report. The Drudge Report funded Alex Jones. Matt Drudge is a Jew. Okay, he used to do nothing but right wing news, like far right, like conspiracies even. And then like a couple years ago, dude, the fucking something switched, and all of a sudden he started doing far left shit. Think about that. That's fucked up. Matt Drudge used to be the biggest thing out there, man. Bigger than Alex Jones. I remember because I was in all these circles when I was like 12. Like, so I've been in this shit since like 2008, 2006. So I would read all this shit as a kid. And Matt Drudge, he used to be like far right. And then like right around the Clinton election time, he just became a leftist fucking propaganda machine. And but he was Jewish, so you can't really trust him. So he was probably a part of the Jewish cabal, and then they blackmailed him with child porn that he had or some shit. Every Jew looks at child porn, by the way. I won't believe anything different. If you say, oh no, they don't. No, dude. Every true Jew, which is not true Jews because they don't believe in Christ, they believe in the Antichrist. It talks about that in the Revelations. All Jews are predestined to fucking prey on children. Look at how they baptize the baby and the rabbi sucks his dick. They are all predetermined to be pedophiles. And then if you look at pure Jewish women look like they've just been made for porn. They have big tits, big asses, but the devil marks them with that nose, dude. And that's how you always know. But pure Jewish women look like they're made for porn, like attractive ones. They've had big fucking Khazar milkers. They have big Khazar milkers and a big ass. It's fucked up. Their seduction.
I want to go back on that, like that scripture, like the scripture perspective on that. Like, that's what my biggest fear is, that like the Antichrist is gonna come into this world, and then he's gonna like deceive like almost everyone I know, like my brother, my sister, because they don't believe in God.
Oh my god.
They don't believe in God. They don't read the scriptures. But yet, like I feel like if the Antichrist came like tomorrow, like they would believe in him and like fucking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Antichrist is going to be so seductive. And I was listening to music, and I was listening to early 60s and 70s. I was listening to the Rolling Stones, and I was kind of high. And I was listening to Sympathy for the Devil. That song is so fucking perfect that it had to have been made by Satan. And Keith Richards, he played the leads during that recording. He can never play the same leads again, because that shit was that all the early rock music was fucking communist funded, and it's all devil music, dude. And a lot of it, I think the Satan wrote these songs and took over like the took over the band, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like London or like an MK Ultra experiment, which a lot of like the 70s like hidden music is based off of, like
Yep.
this like LSD and MK Ultra music. It doesn't even have to be about that. Like you can like music in itself is a form of like it can corrupt your soul. Like if it's not from a good place, like music in itself can corrupt you. And not only that, but when you make music and design music under drugs, under the influence
Yep.
of drugs, you're putting spirits into your body to influence you and make music satanic by nature. And it's just what happens. Like you
Yeah.
don't even have to be like, you know, in that mindset. Like it can just come into you.
It goes there by default a lot of times. And people are so desperate to like succeed that they'll do anything, and that's when the devil comes in, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because like back in the old days, people like average men used to desire to be like soldiers and shit. You know, they looked up to manly things. But now it's just now an average kid, and I was even guilty of this. I play guitar. Average kid looks up to fucking wanting to be a rock star, wanting to be a hedonist and a fucking sexual abuser, and it's just fucked up, dude. And then you got fucking this self-mutilation cult where it's so fucked up. It's like cutting your dick off is the latest trend. These motherfuckers, it's like when people used to get gauges, now they're getting them sewn up. Well, hey motherfucker, you had your dick turned inside out, you're never coming back. And they're true creations of Satan because it's going against God's will, how they were made. That's why they push transgenderism, because that's just a true idol of Satan. And that's what Satan's all about. Is when you're in the cult of Satan, you have to show symbols, and that's all it is, a symbolism.
Yeah, it's almost, it's not exactly the mark of the beast, but it's like it's like basically accepting, like,
hang on one second, I gotta answer this call. Hey honey, I'm live streaming right now.
Oh, okay.
I sent you a link if you want to listen.
Okay.
I love you.
Oh, me too.
All right, bye. All right, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Was that
That's Kate.
the missus?
Yeah, that was the missus. She's starting to forgive me for going schizo. Thank God, dude. I mean, we all have our moments. We fucked our minds up too much. We're not schizo. We've just been revealed to too much shit, dude. We've taken so much information that you got to think about this. The average mind can't even comprehend the amount of information we took in. That's why I think we're on a higher level. I think we're high. I call it highborn, and it sounds kind of cringe because that's from like Oblivion and Skyrim and shit. But I think there's a genetic. I think people are a lot like dogs and shit. That there's a genetic predisposition. It's just genetics that what level you are in life and the higher spirituality you can attain. And most of these people are just fucking like inbred slave class, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like most people can only function and see things on like the first wavelength. Like they can only think about like what's for dinner or what's on the news. Or
Yep.
who's president.
Yep. It's almost like a dog. Yeah. And it's so fucked up that they just go through their life like the fucking that fucking Jim Carrey movie. Fucking I don't fucking remember. Truman Show, yeah. And it's just fucking like, how can you live like that? Why do you not seek truth? Like that's my whole life is about seeking truth. I don't know why. I've just been predisposed to be that way. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, so much has been happening lately, and I really kind of woke up to it. It's a holy war, and you can see the good. You can see the good of like the church and the people that do believe in Christ. I've seen it quite a bit recently, and it's been very healing to me. But once you kind of start really thinking about shit and you attain that higher level, you realize that this is the Bible is like the code book for life. It's like the game manual you would read in the old days when you get an NES game, because NES games didn't have tutorials and shit. They weren't that easy. You had to read the manual. A lot of people just fucking ignore the manual, which is the Bible. It's the secret to life. And if you allow God into your heart, he's going to protect you from shit, dude, because he preordained your death. Your death is already wrote in the book of life, man. There's no escaping it. So that's why you can run through bullets and shit, dude. That's why our ancestors could fight wars, because they knew that, dude. And they're trying to take that away from us, because that takes away our true strength. God is our true strength. People need to realize that, dude. Amen, dude. Amen. So what are you doing, buddy?
I'm on my old Minecraft world. I call it the Blaze Seed. Like I would just get stoned and play Minecraft. Like it's.
Well, what did you build? What'd you build?
I'm building like a skyscraper right now, but I built like a lighthouse with like lava as like the lamp.
Yeah.
We gotta. What's this notification?
You should build a giant church, dude.
I did in my other file. I built a giant cathedral, and I built like a army house, I call it the fucking like a stronghold.
Yeah.
And then I built this other house with like a bunch of cactus around it and fucking wheat fields, because like
wheat fields, buddy. I've been to the wheat fields, man. I quite like it. I love the woman body. I fucking absolutely love the woman form when they're in shape. I just can't help myself. Like that priest made the joke about me going into like priesthood and shit. Man, I could never do that. Fuck, they're so pure, man. Priest, like a good priest that isn't like by Satan molesting kids and shit. That shit happens because they're trying to make people not believe in the Catholic Church. But if you really look at things, the Catholic Church is the one true Church of Christ, and they try to discredit it by sending Satanist priests in there to fuck shit up. That's clearly what it is. Look at the Omen. In that Omen movie, there was that one priest that was helping Satan. There's shit like that going on because the Catholic Church is so powerful, they want to discredit it. And I know the Pope now sucks. I'll admit that. Like the Pope now, I think, is co-opted. So there's some shit going on in the church I'm not happy with. But what I also like about the Catholic Church is the pageantry. And you notice the Nazis had a lot of pageantry. And I think that invokes a certain power. I think a certain symbolism. Like, look what they do with Satan. The symbolism invokes power. So you can invoke power for good, dude. You know, yeah, just with symbols.
Like the rituals.
Yes, yes.
That's where you get your like healing from.
Yep.
The rituals and spiritual hints.
Exactly. And people don't realize there's like a holy power. There's a holy power about these priests, dude, and they're almost ethereal in a way when they have their shit on. I'm talking about like a true priest, like true to God and shit. They devoted their entire lives to God. And people should respect shit like that, dude. They've literally devoted their entire lives to God. They've sworn off sex. They don't do any of that. They'll never reproduce. They won't have children. They've devoted their entire life to God. There is such a power that comes to that. And a lot of people got to, respect that more. People don't respect God, and that's why their lives are falling apart. I mean, I've been away for a while. I've been in a fucking malaise, just this haze for a decade almost. I always kind of believed in God, but I wasn't that serious about it and shit. And recently, with my journey I've been taking, that sounds gay. You can call me a faggot. I don't give a fuck. But a lot of shit's changed, dude. My perspective on life, I feel like I've waken up. It's been pretty crazy. You know.
Yeah, I saw Timothy's not in
his phone died. He's charging it right now. That fucking ghetto nigger. I'm gonna fucking save. I'm gonna try to download this stream as soon as we're done with it to get it to Odyssey, because I know it'll probably get fucking banned by YouTube. The only reason I'm using YouTube right now is because my Odyssey account is too new.
Oh, okay. And also, I like to keep up with like Sam and just like the funny current events and stuff from YouTube, because like the news won't give you like the current events. Like YouTube, like what's happening like on like bigger podcasts and stuff. That's where you get like your real like details about what's going on recently and stuff about that.
Yeah,
that's where you get your shit from.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of Black Pilled. He's sometimes depressing, but since being on Odyssey though, he names the Jew like nonstop. It's amazing. It's
Yeah,
real.
he's great. Mr. Mika, right? Or
No, not Miss. Oh, not I forgot to talk about Jim. Jim did his last stream. Medicare. I wasn't talking about Medicare. I was talking about Black Pilled. I was talking about Devin Stack. Medicare's dying.
Black pill.
Jim's dying right now. He did his last stream. I'm really fucking bummed about that shit, dude. Mr. Medicare kicked all this shit off, dude. He was a part of Gamergate and shit. He made Murdoch. People don't realize that. Murdoch. I almost yes. He voiced Dr. Murdoch, and if you look at the character Murdoch, that character is molded after Jim's life. And a lot of people, the thing is, he talks about it very rarely. But once in a while in his stream, he will name drop Murdoch. I know for a fact he voiced Dr. Murdoch, and that the character Murdoch was actually based after Jim. I know that for certain. Think about it. Murdoch, yes, yup. Murdoch loves smoking weed and getting high and shit and anime and playing video games. That's exactly what Jim likes to do. That's what Jim's favorite shit is, playing fucking old video games, watching anime, and watching hentai, dude. He's totally Murdoch.
Dude, that's awesome. But that's why he's keeping it anonymous, because it's like a little like me and you, we're also Murdoch.
Oh fuck yeah.
You know, like there's a little bit of Murdoch inside of everyone.
Murdoch really embodies the movement. I think it was one of the best shows of the last decade. It was so mind opening, and at first you can kind of see the blatant propaganda, but then it just sinks inside of you, and you're just watching a normal badass show like this saying name dropping nigger and shit. I love that shit so much, dude.
Yeah. It was like South Park, but if it was made by Aryan,
Yes.
who actually knew.
Yes, it was the Aryan South Park, dude. We see what our people can do with such little means, dude. That's inspiring, by the way. Think about that shit. They did that with a little bit of t-shirt money, dude. They didn't have a fucking big Jew production company like South Park and shit. They just fucking put their own time and effort into something that they loved. And that's
Start a fucking production company, boys.
Oy vey, eat this baby flesh, and I'll give you all the production companies you need.
Do you want to be on Ellen?
Yeah, do you want to be on Ellen? Don't you want to be on Ellen? Just take a bite of this baby, Goyim. The mother was just sacrificed to Malak. She's still warm if you want to fuck her. Or I can give you this a Nazi cat boy. Don't you want a Nazi cat boy, Goyim? He's interdimensional as well. In comes Nick for Winnis. Nick Fuentes comes walking out after the deal with fucking Zog. I vey, Nick, I'm gonna give you so many cat boys. I don't hate him. I don't hate him, but I think he's co-opted for sure.
Yeah, he's co-opted, definitely. Like, didn't he come out as like bisexual or some shit? Like
what?
Or he just like cat boys was his thing.
He never came out as dude. If Nick Fuentes came out as bisexual, that's just not something that's. He's like he pretends to be hardcore Catholic. Maybe he is, but from what Jaden said, it didn't sound like it. He was fucking watching. Nick was watching that gay ass show, Euphoria. He was watching Euphoria and shit. Like, how gay is that?
Yeah, that's pretty gay.
Yeah.
No, I just heard the rumor like he had that. Like, was it Catboy Cammy?
Yeah, it's Catboy Cammy, and I don't know. I don't even care, to be honest. It's like he's good. He's a great speaker. He's done more than anyone else has in the movement. But then when he got on the no-fly list, and then he somehow got off. How the fuck did you get off the no-fly list, Nick? You know?
That's true, but like you can only like be so spiritually pure to a degree. You know?
Yeah.
You can only do so much. Like no one's perfect. Like even Julius Caesar was known to get some pussy every now and then.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have any problems with a man getting pussy. That's the best fucking thing, dude. I don't give a shit. But when you start fucking, yeah, it's a forbidden four. Fuck the forbidden four. Let's all say it. Fuck the forbidden four, dude. I love that. I love fucking Cobra, man. He's so fucking dirty and goblin-like, but he's so enduring. He's so charming. He's the most charming goblin I've ever seen.
I know, like he's hilarious. Like I'm surprised he hasn't had a girlfriend yet or something. Like
Some big fat girl.
Like so much of a YouTube presence. Yeah, like a big fat girl or something.
He needs.
Did you see the girl, his girlfriend that he had back in the day?
No.
She was actually pretty cute, and she was like Aryan, and she was actually like pretty normal. Like
no shit.
She was, yeah, like he actually, yeah, he got in there, bro. Like
he beat them cheeks. He beat them gothic butt cheeks.
he got that pussy, bro. He got in there,
but he's been in a fucking dry spell now. He always is talking about the dry spell. I love that. The fucking dry spell.
I've been single now for 5 years.
You sound just like him. Keep going. Keep going.
And, well, I've been making these wands for merch. If anyone wants to buy my wands,
the motherfucker makes wands.
Yeah,
I know, it's so funny.
What kind of fucking wands? What are you talking about?
I don't know. He collects sticks. He collects sticks and fucking makes them into these wands and tries to sell them to people. Imagine being his dad. Yeah. Imagine being Clint. He probably sits there and watches his streams too. So sad.
Yeah, he has like the most wholesome family, and he just turns into this like alcoholic bagua that makes wine and meat bags.
Dude, he's like a Skyrim character. He's like a Skyrim or Oblivion character, dude. He's
He invested all his points into magic and
well, maybe a little into speech because he is kind of charismatic.
I wish I knew who you were fucking talking about.
Go on YouTube. Oh, you got it.
We gotta send him down the boggle hole.
All right, Cal, you go ahead. You know more than me.
But yeah,
no, just or just tell him about him for stream. Talk about him.
Yeah,
just talk about him for stream.
Content purposes.
Yeah. Talk about his origins and shit.
Yeah, cause okay, so he lives in Casper, Wyoming, which if you never know, like Casper, Wyoming is like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like there's nothing out there. There's no Culver. There's no fucking Steak and Shake. They got none of that shit.
Yep.
So like all he has around him are like these fucking like white trash bars and stuff, and I'll get to that later. But mainly what happened, like his saga started was when he started working at like Wendy's basically, and like he'd make videos every day about like live streaming, and he got fired from Wendy's because he mixed up the teas wrong.
Oh yeah.
He mixed up the unsugared tea with the sugar tea, and some guy had like an epileptic shock.
What the fuck? Jesus. Of course that. No, well, I think it's just because it happened.
So then after that, like he just started living off his
disability.
Disability checks, yeah, living off of that and like making streams all the time, and he'd have his friends come over, like Warlord come over, and then like Warlord would like give him shit about liking Ozzy, and then he would like fucking get into it with Warlord about how Ozzy's fucking cool and how you shouldn't disrespect Ozzy and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like ever since then, like, and then after the Wendy's, like I think it was before or after Wendy's was when he met his like girlfriend. I forgot what her name was. I'll have to remember it later. But like she was pretty cute and she was like good for him. But then like he just got out of hand and they broke up. And then, like, ever since then, he's just becoming this like boglum who lives in his apartment, does nothing, and just gets drunk on every night, going in the same thought mind patterns, like the same rants every.
Yup, every fucking night.
Every night, dude.
Like, what is he ranting about? Like,
The Forbidden Four. He's talking about how much he hates like kids getting fucked and people fucking dead people. He always says like, he's like, I want a of age, cisgendered, alive, non-related, human female.
And then he also, like, he says he wants to fight for the sexes, he wants gender equality, but then like he goes off on like ranting about how he hates women.
Yeah.
huh?
It's awesome, dude. It's fucking.
Damn.
Yeah, he's great. But I don't even know, like, did Zog make him or did just his living circumstances in Casper make him? Because he does have a lot of Zog talking point. He has like a lot of retarded normie talking points, but then he goes off about hating women and shit, and you're like, well, what is it, dude?
Like, I think part of him knows like really what's going on, but I think he's just keeping up the act so he can get his YouTube revenue, because that's how else he makes money, is YouTube revenue. How he makes wooden
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
his to make and like sends out for him because he doesn't have the intellectual ability to send out and mail things on his own.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
Who helps him mail shit?
His dad, probably. Yeah. So Clint's got to walk into the fucking. So get this, his dad has to take his Boglum Gothic 31-year-old son to the post office while his son mails fucking sticks he shaped into wands. Can you imagine being this man's father? Can you fucking imagine that? Jesus Christ, dude. That just shows you societal deterioration.
I feel like that's how my dad's felt though.
Yeah, probably all of our dads have felt that way about us.
Yeah, just the fact that, like, look, he's got wands, we've got this fucking live stream. It's relatively.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right. I'm telling my dad all this crazy shit. I'm telling my dad all this crazy shit all the time. They're looking at us like we're fucking insane. Like, does my son have schizophrenia?
Yes, bro. Now, y'all, it's like you birthed me in like this dimension where you've all been duped, and they're like, "Oh my fucking god, the ADHD is more potent than we understood."
Yeah, what's wrong with this fucking kid? Oh, I did a skit about my dad. This is my dad going to the water room, like the water cooler, and they're talking. And one guy's like, "Oh, my son just got into Harvard. He's going to be playing lacrosse, and he's doing really good. He's got a 4.0 GPO." And then they turn to my dad, and my dad's like, "Well, my son's so good at Halo. He's got an 86% headshot rating, and his KDA is 3.0. Kill death ratio is 3.0.
Did you film that yet?
No, I haven't.
Well, listen, it's this year is going to be nonstop with that shit, man. Like,
Content.
Listen, oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
My boss was like, "Okay, so I've seen your work, and like, we're gonna get to you to the point where you can just do this full time."
Oh, hell yeah.
She also has a real estate company, so I'm trying to be able to do like some commercial real estate and get like as much of that going investment wise as I possibly can. And ultimately, the 5-year, 4-year goal is to be able to get like an actual commercial real estate spot that's like a studio, so that way like we can actually create content to fight the fucking machine.
Oh my god, dude.
Listed off the internet. Because here's the thing, I can create enough budget to actually put physical flyers in every fucking major city and do the most fucking elaborate marketing schemes the internet has ever fucking seen.
Seriously?
Fucking nigga. Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That is some good fucking news.
Yeah, well, spread the fucking news, man, because it's fucking going down, and this year you're gonna see so much shit. It's like, just get at me with these fucking scripts, man.
Fuck yeah, I will, dude.
We gotta create
I got
Meet up with Sam Hyde by the end of the fucking
I got so many skits in my fucking head. I'm not gonna fucking blow my load because I'm saving them for you guys in chat and everything. But there's so much shit that I've created in just the last couple of days mentally, and I just put it in that back compartment of my head where I store all my memories. Surprisingly, my memory is actually pretty good if I make a conscious effort to remember things. But most of the time,
It's like make it in a phone note.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I guess I will.
You gotta write more, bro. Because that's what I've been saying. I do the same thing with music.
You're right about that.
Film ideas, but it's like it'll always get replaced or changed.
You're right.
So much
Yeah, you're right about that.
You need to be able to access things like an actual USB drive.
Do you want to hear one? Do you want to hear one more skit?
Yeah, bro. Hit me with it.
So I had this idea to make like what the feminist reality thinks the world looks like. So it would be a world that's ruled by men with the smallest dicks, and they would have like an Einstgruppen SS and troop that would like go around and beat women in the streets. But to get in, they would have to have like the average short penis measurement rather than height. They would be measuring their dicks. So it's this world of small dicked men that run it, and they're just beating women on the streets. It's like an actual reality of what the feminists think when they're always saying small dick energy. They think all these men that control shit have small penises, you know? So make a skit about it.
Yeah, that's pretty good shit.
One more thing about King Cobra, what makes him a Boglum is because like he's bald, like he's super bald, he's balding.
Yep.
He has like the shit nastiest teeth.
Oh, they're bad.
They're horrible.
He looks like he's been holding the ring. He looks like Smeagol, kind of.
Like that's what makes him a Boglum. We should do a skit about like the Boglum, like just like eat shit and like live in like be like Boglum 2.0.
Dude,
About, like,
he makes those fucking disgusting nachos. Okay. I want to change the subject real quick. Let's get on to the topic. Let's get on to the topic of trannies. So I'm in the position where you never let a tranny's reality. You never let them put their reality on you. So I always dead name them and call them by their sex because I'm not going to live in their fucked up reality. This is just a man that wants to go home and look at himself in the mirror and fucking jack off. Like I'm not going to respect that, dude. I'm not going to fucking respect that. You know what I'm saying? This sick motherfucker is taking government money to go get fake tits. Okay, this is a story. Story time. One of my old best friends, Trey, his buddy went into the Marines, right? He comes out now and he wants to be named Sky, and he's got he wants to get fake tits. I think he already has. I don't know what he's done with his dick, but this sick motherfucker is living on government checks, our fucking tax money, getting fake tits and possibly his dick cut off so he can look at himself in the fucking mirror and jack off. I'm not fucking respecting it. It's sick. It's fucking sick and Satan. It's Satanist. It's fucking disgusting. It's so fucking mind-fuckingly wrong. One of my favorite voice actors for an abridged anime, she played a vampire. So she became a fucking trans male, cut off her fucking tits, has giant fucking scars, has wrecked her beautiful voice acting voice because she's on fucking testosterone, just completely ruined her fucking life. That shit's so Satanist, dude. So fucking wrong, dude. So sick. It's Zogworld. It's so fucking sick. You know?
The chemicals associated with that, and like the mental process and like the baseline reality that they live in. Like I can't imagine that everybody on that spectrum is 100% on the like I just look at myself to go jerk off. I think there is a lot of hormonal and chemical. I think you have
the shit in the water. The shit in the water.
I think it's yeah, bro. I think it's really fucking. Here's the thing. Before there was ever any sort of like psyop operation or like some serious budget behind creating fags, like we could literally.
Yeah.
So like now they make fags like they make fucking cigarettes.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
But before that was ever fucking happening, you would just naturally get a couple of them in the fucking wild.
Yes.
So it's like from a genetic standpoint, like I always was curious about that. Like the the first couple people to like have that aspect to them when it comes to sexual orientation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I play devil's advocate in terms of like,
well, hey, let me interject real quick before I forget. Pedophilia makes fags, and that's why they want pedophilia to be rampant. People that are abused sexually, people that are abused sexually as children often repeat it and become gay. They create fags reproduce by molesting kids. That's what people need to fucking realize. They're fucking disgusting. They all have AIDS. Oh, dude, so many fucking gay guys just get fucking AIDS. AIDS was the fucking pestilence that God put on them because they're so fucking defiled. People don't get that shit, dude. People don't fucking get that shit.
I want to add to that. I'd say like up to like the 80s it was like that, even 90s it was like that, but even now, I think now it's even worse. I think it's now because of cultural and media and Hollywood and stuff. I think people are just deciding to become gay because it's like the cool new thing.
That's also another that's also another reason.
I can concur. There are people that have been offered a major bag to literally change fucking sexes. In fact, Orlando Bloom just came out recently and was talking about that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's so fucked up, dude.
Here's the thing. I hear this stuff a lot because I'm coming from like an industry standpoint. Like I'm really in like the movie, like the culture and stuff like that. Like what the new Oscar like requirements are. Which is why I legitimately I'm like confident.
Hell yeah.
With the help of people, like not just by myself, but I will gander enough assets to create more of a movement than fucking Hyde has been able to do, because I want to be able to be the new blood river in terms of
we could totally do it.
Because seriously, everything that is used to control the sheep is through music or some sort of visual media, and the Jews own all of it. The only way to fight back is through massive investments in multiple fields, including commercial real estate, all instead of funding a drug ring or funding human trafficking, just funding an anti-Jewish media production company.
That would be oh my god. That's the ultimate dream, to be honest. That's something I've been dreaming about. I've been dreaming about this shit for over a decade. And that is really the only way to combat this shit, dude. Is you got to make media for the sheep. You have to shepherd them. We have to be their shepherds. And I was also thinking we could probably get funding from a lot of churches, especially ones down south.
Yes, but I feel like that's the thing. Like it has to be filtered so strategically that no one can associate like the schizophrenic, like autistic culture of just like ranting about this stuff, because it's like I don't know how else to discuss it. Like coming from a marketing background, let me just say, that wasn't packaged very well. Like in what, like in. I'm so fucking. I'm Alex Jonesing right now, like a motherfucker. I'm trying to figure out how to fucking phrase this.
Just flow, brother.
Really get money from normal people that are like on our wavelength, but like aren't familiar to the verbiage and aren't on our frequency. They would get shell shocked and not understand what.
Yeah, you're right. It would look like blatant. You're right. It would look like blatant propaganda, and no one would listen.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, 100%. And we would be easy targets for like. Oh, we would get Kanye like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Like
but we don't have the money. We don't have the money to recover, so we got to be. We don't have the money like Ye, so we got to be smart. Yep.
It has literally like the way the Jews make it so that way. Like, what do you mean we're controlling them? Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Well, I'm taking we're not in control. Oh, I'm taking everything away from you and ruining your life, but we're not in control. Yeah. Dude, the normies are so stupid they can't see it. The normies are so stupid they can't see when anybody speaks out against a Jew, they immediately take away everything from them and then say, all right, we just did this right in front of you, but we're going to accuse you of what we did. It's just total communist tactics, dude. Fucking God. I hate them. Fucking hate them. Yeah.
And I'm trying to explain, it's not your everyday fucking people with zero education that just so happen to like go to a synagogue when they were kids. Like my friend Stephanie, for instance, my friend Ash, rest in peace. Like he was my drummer. Some shit fucking went down. Dude's not here anymore. But like his fucking mom was raised Jewish, but she left the fucking family, and the fucking whole fucking family put a curse on her.
What, a Sheeny curse?
She lost all of her fucking kids, and her last remaining kid is changed genders.
Oh my god.
Like literally all of her family's like, we disown you because she left the fucking church. She's not like Catholic, and she's just like,
Yeah.
fucking a person. So like, of course, like those are the kind of people that just get left in between as collateral damage. And it's like, I haven't been able to talk to her on some real shit or like reach her because I don't want to sound like a lunatic. I just want to exist in her life to support her because she's lost her fucking children. But she would be considered of like a Jew, but she has no idea about anything that's going on. So when I say like the Jews are doing this, people don't understand that. I don't mean people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's
no other way to
yes, I think honestly there's a lot of tribalism in the Jewish community. So the ones we see that are controlling things are like the highest tribe. They're Zionists. The Zionists are the highest tribe of Israel. And people got to realize that there's so much multiple tiers to this shit. When I say the Jews did it, I'm not talking about the guy working at the fucking deli. I'm talking about the fucking guy running the yeah, exactly. And then they're gonna be like, my great uncle, he died in the Holocaust, and they made him into a lampshade and soap, and then they ate him at a barbecue, and 12 million died. Like, I got a joke for you guys. It's not that good, but you tell one Jew that you heard a Jew got killed in an alley. By the time he gets to the fucking Jewish bakery, fucking 30 men got killed by a massive gunfight. 30 Jews. You know what I'm saying? It's just their whole fucking programming is to complain about how they've been fucked over. But then they don't want anybody to ask why they've been fucked over for all of fucking mankind. They've been fucked over and kicked out. Well, why the fuck is that? Huh? Why the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Because they've been destroying. Well, dude, this has happened. They made money. So they made money, which controls our fucking world. This Zionist cult has existed since the dawn of mankind. I guess I wouldn't say the dawn of mankind, but obviously,
I know, right? I guess.
Yeah.
That's where we're at with this information.
Yeah.
We don't know shit.
Yep.
We try our best.
Yep, exactly. So this shit has been going on. They've been going through communities and fucking and parasitizing them, feeding off of them, fucking drinking their blood and fucking corrupting them, and then they get kicked out and they go somewhere else. Well, that's why they've been kicked out 109 times, because they've been repeating this behavior. I'm not going to let hyenas into my fucking house with my baby on the floor. It's fucking stupid.
Yes, I agree.
You know?
I agree. Have you guys heard anything about like the concepts of like there were other beings of flesh that had like cosmic consciousness that existed in the solar system, like for instance, like the idea that like an actual Martian archetype existed, and they were like that much more like relatable to like what we would consider like a gray in terms of like cold technological. I wouldn't say that the Martian is the world of grace, because that sounds fucking ridiculous.
Well, I believe in aliens.
Yeah, of course, but other things. Like I think that, because I remember hearing stuff about the Anunnaki, whatever the fuck, like people that were not of human origin specifically coming down and giving us the structure of irrigation and money as means to actually give structure to a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Now then self-govern itself.
Or that could have just been God.
That being said,
could have just been God.
All of that is from something extraterrestrial. Could you then say that like the Zionist origin comes from a place of like extraterrestrial?
Yes, I think they're aliens. Yes, I think they're aliens. Yes. Go ahead.
I think most aliens are demons. Like, if you look at the Book of Enoch, read through the Book of Enoch, like that's where they come from. Like, they're part of. There could have been like another race like that was just non-human and was living here and were killed off or something. But I also think that most of the Greys and what we know as aliens are today are demons.
Probably, yeah.
Influencing humanity since the schism happened between God and Satan.
Yes. Can I say something since we're like live as well?
Yeah.
On that to kind of like further the
of course.
thought here.
Yeah, of course.
One of the things that I've been pondering was like, okay, if it's like a deception and these alien things or these demons aren't actually just things from another dimension or like things from space, then why are they using a technology that just like makes sense as to like it just doesn't seem like a fucking why wouldn't demons look like scary fucking creatures, and why are they looking like casual as fuck, and why is our government subtly acknowledging them? To answer that and to get into that, I recently come across, I couldn't cite you anything specifically, but I've recently come across a body of work where it compares and contrasts alien type encounters all the way from the 12th century to like the early 1800s, and the way they describe craft and vehicle, like they're literally okay. So like a couple of hundred years ago, we would see things in the sky that looked like described as steampunk ships, like literal airships,
What?
air balloon stuff. Before hot air balloon technology existed, my theory is that the demons used the illusion of something technologically advanced enough to be on the cutting edge of the human imagination to the point where they're able to grasp it conceptually, but still
Damn.
be amazed, but not absolutely mind blown.
That's crazy.
Because the Vikings, there's a lot of stories of actual ships with masts and floating in the air, but people are getting sucked up by tractor beams and suffocating in the air, much like you would describe a modern UFO type thing. So I think that the demonic presence is strategically using the cutting edge of the human imagination to appear feasible enough to subtly influence us to create and accept technology over the course of hundreds of years, so that way we breed an environment in which they are allowed to exist, because we are ultimately the sex organs for the machine world.
That's fucking crazy.
We are the new body of the next.
You're cutting out a bit.
Because I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, dude. Every time he says something, he cuts out. Every time he says something, he fucking. Dude, you see he cuts out every time he says it? Every time he says we're the sex organs of the machine world, he cut out. Yes, you did. Say it again.
Bro.
Say it again. Say.
Are the sex organs to the machine world.
All right, it worked that time.
We're subtly breeding innovation, creating, like, first of all, like, I had this theory when I was a kid. I was like, okay, if we create AI to the point where, like, it's basically just a physical vessel that's capable of the most processing ever, if it's smarter and more of a capable vessel than the human body, and possession's a real thing, can't some other consciousness of negative influence actually enter into a vessel that we've created?
Yeah.
That's where Google come in and actually bringing about the Antichrist. How familiar are you guys on that shit? How like that's actually a thing?
Well, we're pretty familiar with Revelations and shit.
Okay, so Revelations. Okay, so the Antichrist is being brought about us. Okay, so right now CERN is literally actually receiving digital information from another dimension, and they itself admit. First of all, by the way, China is building a particle accelerator that's 4 times the size of the one at CERN, because right now what's actually happening, everything that's happening is just because each country is competing to be the breeding ground for the Antichrist. Is really what it's all coming down to. Surface level politics will never even know it.
Yeah.
Because it's got like a couple hundred more years, apparently. I guess. I don't fucking know.
Well, what I'm afraid of is that I'm afraid this shit doesn't end in our generation, and we're just gonna have to sit and watch it get worse and worse. That's like one of my greatest fears for because I got a daughter and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think about the future a lot more.
I think your best bet, and it's like it's not super like sci-fi movie exciting, which I selfishly kind of want, lead the revolution, and just like everybody else wanted to lead the revolution, watching fucking Terminator.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, bro, I am. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think our best fucking thing is to literally create that fucking company. Like we were talking about, here's the thing: the Jews have enough infrastructure because they've been geniuses and they've been organized for thousands of fucking years.
Yeah.
There's no way to fucking. There's no if they are reality farming, all of this is literally going to happen no matter what, because it's in the Bible. There's nothing you can do except for create a massive machine in terms of being able to share information and actually just wake people up. So like creating media, being able to be so untouchable financially and investment wise that like, and being loud too, meaning like having insurgents in the fucking industry that are literally like on like Post Malone level, but literally able to like subtly get people's awareness, so that way like the people that are just on the edge, like dude, I've been thinking about this like a motherfucker to the point where like I thought they were gonna kill me since a little kid. Before I even knew this, before I ever believed this, like I had to accept like this is gonna be some real life fucking like you're gonna be huge and you need to fucking like go against the grain to the point where like people are gonna hate you and fucking love you, but you actually cannot let idolism get to you like Kanye, which is why I talk about Kanye all the time. It's like dude has such an ability, but it's like with all of this information and all of the responsibility and all of the psyop operations around him, and it basically just broke his fucking brain. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it's like the only way to fucking win, because I think, like I said, it's gonna happen.
Man, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. Talk.
The only way, because I said the only way to win, and they were afraid.
Yeah, they were like, "Oy vey, oy vey."
They were like, "You said it again. Push the button."
Hey, let's say hi to the FBI and the Jews. Let's do it. Hi Jews. Hi FBI. Dude, you cut out when you said Mossad. Oh yeah, the internet's satanic too.
Supernatural, and like microchips in your phones.
Okay, so if the extraterrestrials that gave us that technology are, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so if the extraterrestrials that gave us that technology are demonic, but they're giving us technology that just seems to be from another. Okay, so like we have these reverse engineering. I have family that was actually in one of those reverse engineering programs, and I will go on about that on another time. Dude was literally like Aztec whatever the fuck, and like
oh
he
shit,
grew up on a sharecropper's farm somewhere in America, and like because they hated Mexicans, some people literally put a fucking witching spell on the barn that they were staying in, and they literally got pelted with rocks multiple nights in a row in the middle of a cornfield, but there was never any rocks in that area because all those rocks that were getting thrown were like from a quarry miles away, and it got to the point where like all these white people and cops were showing up because the Mexicans were like, no, like this shit's fucking happening, and it actually like ends up like in the newspaper and like
oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy, but like that same dude, because he was in that poltergeist situation. That like, first of all, I'm gonna make a movie about that script, because I could just—that's a whole other conversation and stream for another day. But that same dude grows up to literally be—he's drafted in the army, but then he ultimately ends up in the Air Force, and he's doing stuff. He's doing nuclear testing in the Gulf during the Cold War, and they're working with nukes, and they're dropping like these live warheads in the air to see like what sort of like delivery, I don't know, right? But there's literally like fucking UFOs that appear out of nowhere and just like fucking destroy the nukes, and like he's just casually like, oh shit, like
oh fuck,
that stuff happens. And he's talking about like before they could ever like duplicate the tape to then reverse engineer what part of the rocket malfunctioned, because they're unable to see that stuff in lifetime.
Yeah.
Right. So like they said before they were able to ever able to take the tape that day that the fucking warhead malfunctioned, there was an SUV of people, like all black with sunglasses on, at the top of the mountain there to take the tape.
Jesus.
But the thing about it is like the other dude that he was working with is on this other cameras, which you see the explosion happen live, but then you also had the other monitors, he said, which just monitored the driveway up the mountain, which he said was a one car length bridge, which takes like about 6 to 7 minutes to get a car from the bottom to the top. So by the time like they actually launched the warhead and the warhead malfunction, it had only been a couple moments and they hadn't seen anybody driving up. So by the time they were like, oh shit, it exploded, we have to stop recording our giant pre-80s VHS things. That's what he said. He said the military had VHS technology designed specifically for filming things that might break, so that way they can figure out what fucking part of it broke. And I thought that was really cool.
That's cool.
But he said before they could ever go, oh shit, we got to duplicate this video, there was a car outside to just take the fucking tape.
Of course.
And my uncle, having seen what he saw as a kid, he was like, honestly, bro, I don't even give a fuck. And that attitude, they worked him through the system, the same kind of system that you would hear people talk about on like fucking podcasts and stuff like that. Dudes now working at like NASA and stuff like that.
Shit.
I actually got to go to NASA as a visitor and not have to go through the whole tourist department. Like I'm literally like in the cockpit of the fucking space shuttle while people are still working on the bitch.
Damn,
and
dude.
I pick up some of the tiles.
Yeah.
They weighed like fucking nothing. It was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. But
that's awesome,
he
dude.
ultimately retires. Cool dude. He gets a plantation in Oklahoma, and I'm like in middle school at this time, like a little fucking reincarnated purple fucker, like fucking little emo kid, right? I'm like, I don't know what's real.
Yeah.
But I go to this plantation in Oklahoma, and this nigga got a motherfucking haunted ass fucking facility, bro. Like I was like depressed as a motherfucker because everyone else is being a fucking shithead in middle school and elementary school, and I'm like having these interdimensional ideas before I ever had any literature or exposure to other people talking about these things. I'm lying awake going, what the fuck happens when I die?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
There's no information for people who are old souls. It's just like, they don't get it.
They don't understand it.
Tripping in the fucking corner as a fourth grader because y'all are literally, when we were kids, we were looking at all y'all like, are you serious?
Yep. This is reality.
Really what we're doing?
This is what we're gonna do in fucking 10, 15 years. Yeah, dude.
It blows our fucking mind.
I had so much perspective I shouldn't have when I was a fucking kid that it just doesn't fucking make sense, dude. And I've had like alien encounters and shit, encounters with orbs. I predict deaths, and I predict deaths, and it really fucking sucks. But
so let me ask you this: where did you think the demonic level? Because that's where I was ultimately going to go with this thought train of shit with Grandpa Louie.
Yeah.
Because he had that encounter with the UFO when he was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Do you believe there are some species that are interfacing with humans on Earth that are of belligerent origin?
Yes.
They're just like outside of the
yes.
The story of the Anunnaki is like some other species that existed supposedly in this solar system played God.
I think
they played God and they played genetics.
Yeah.
Supposedly, they made us.
So
the fact that like we are dealing with what we're dealing with in terms of like the Jews hijacking the entire human paradigm is because we were an abandoned project and something else could come in.
Well, here.
It seems like. So do you believe that since we were created by something that was debated whether or not they should in it itself, do you believe that there are like good entities as well?
Yeah.
Or do you think that like a lot of the things that people are seeing when they're tripping balls could just be like demons in disguise as good things?
I think all the hey, here, let me go ahead. I think all of the races on Earth. I think that like the Aryan race actually, there's proof of it like an Aryan alien race, and they look like just like a higher born version of us. And if we're gonna go on this route that aliens made humanity, I'm cool with going on it. I don't give a shit. I really don't think it's blasphemous to use my mind that God gave me. But anyways, they looked like a highborn Aryan species, and Hitler was really going after the proof of that. And I think that was what he was doing because there were certain idols they knew existed that wielded so much power they would win the war. And they believed that there was like a higher race that created us, and then through breeding and interbreeding over the years, that the race downgraded into what it is today, into the current white German or an American or whoever came from.
I believe is true. Too.
Yeah, whoever came from Europe. That's like, yeah, exactly. Dude, I have green eyes. Only 2% of the world has fucking green eyes. Why the fuck do I exist when everybody else has brown fucking eyes and black or brown hair and they all look the fucking same? Why are we the only race with variety? Why are we the only race with a lot of beauty? And we can make this shit. I think if there was,
from our history that we just don't know in this long time. Like,
yeah.
The Library of Alexandria was burnt down. Like, there's so much information that we used to know that we just
Yeah.
But like, I wanna go back to what Timothy was saying about like, do you think that like there's other entities out there that are like benign or maybe even like just neutral? And I think there are. Like, I think especially like if like I hear like these DMT stories about people like getting contact with like the super dimensional realm. Like, I believe like God created us and created everything, but there's angels and there's demons
Yes.
who have side to God, who've chosen their side and are aligned to God and are spiritually aligned since the beginning of time. But I believe that God also has made maybe other entities that just like control the physical world, or maybe are just there to help humanity or trying to
But like I can't imagine that like this.
or,
I can't imagine that humans are like the thing that everybody's watching. Like, I'd like to think that like we are as to ants as to other beings that were also created.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, not to be
Oh yeah.
blasphemous, but I would almost be disappointed as fuck.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, there's so much we don't know about, and that's another thing. I hate atheists because of their hubris that they think they know everything.
Oh my god!
It's so childish. It's so childish, dude. It's the most childish fucking belief out there is atheism. Because you can't even imagine the world outside yourself. You're so fucking stupid that you think just what I perceive here is the only thing ever, and something exploded to make me, and I'm all from rocks collecting and making earth with gravity, and then I came from fish. Yeah, I came from fish to monkeys, but monkeys haven't changed in thousands of years, but somehow I'm like I am. It's fucking stupid.
I like the monkey thing a lot, and I even talked about that in school. Teachers didn't say shit, bro. The teacher hated me until like we hit like high school, and they were like, "I don't have to teach my class if this thing is in this period, because like you'll just
Oh,
talk and like it'll be stimulating enough to the point where I don't have to tell him to shut up unless he says something racist again." Which did fucking happen. I would just say stuff about aliens. Like, okay, now it's time to like fucking hook him up. Get him off the fucking stage now. Get him off the stage.
Yep.
That fucking kid. Put him back in the fucking closet. He said the A word again.
Exactly. They
To be fair though, like in English class, when I was fucking senior year, Mr. Jackson, fucking Bayside High School, I was like, look, man, if I can convince you in 5 minutes that aliens are real, would you let me teach the class for the rest of the day? And I said that in front of everybody. He's looking around, and they're looking at him like, just let him talk so we don't have to do work today, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, whatever. And I hit him with the whole concept of the entire film industry only exists for a psychological operation of like a mix of entertainment, like fucking completely blue pilling the shit out of everybody. And
Yep.
the Battle of Los Angeles. The Battle of Los Angeles really happened. They're like, oh yeah, like the movie, right? I'm like, yep, cool. So the movie was created because these actual events happened in 1948, a year after the Roswell, New Mexico crash in 1947. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, well, let me motherfucking tell you. I look it up. We show him all the fucking newspaper articles, and Robert Jackson's like, oh yeah, I remember hearing this. Okay, so validity, boom. So then I show him the fucking pictures of 1948 or whatever year it was. It was around the Roswell time, but it was in World War II. There's this fucking craft literally floating above Los Angeles for a fat fucking minute. Every motherfucker with a gun is just light it up, Sonny, fucking shoot her down. We're shooting this bitch for so long that we're able to take the shittiest camera technology in the world and actually get a decent exposure in the middle of the fucking night of the whole skyline. And it's 100% proven that like these pictures are all real, and like multiple printings of this story. People were still alive at the time to be able to talk about this shit in videos documented and stuff like that. And there's so much information flooded that they were like, everyone in the class, including Robert Jackson, was like, well, if this is true, then why haven't anybody known this? And I said, because I said in the best way that I could, because this is all a strategic and absolute genius way to completely fucking mind fuck you and just use this one example and blow it up into as many examples as you possibly can. And that's when Jackson was like, oh, motherfucker, we got this kid. And I basically just taught. Well, we didn't do shit. After that, like, Jackson kind of just played movies. It was the school year, but like, it was a great experience. But I went off and had the fucking word by my side, and everybody was dead fucking silent. I I know everybody in that fucking class was learned some real fucking shit, and they took it as far as they fucking could.
Hey, I got a question. Hey, Tim. Tim, I got a question for all of you guys.
Talk to me.
What is the craziest a crazy moment in your life that's something that really bad should have happened but didn't? That's because I'll go first, and I got a couple examples, but me and Chris were fucking driving around drunk, drinking beer in the car, and we pulled up to a bar and we were drinking beer like before we went into the bar, but all of a sudden the cops pulled up behind us because somebody had seen us and called the cops that we were driving drunk. I immediately get out of the car and just start bullshitting with the police officer. And I talk about how we got in a fight with this Antifa fag and he like scratched my neck. He's like, "Oh shit, man, come over here to the trunk." And he starts pulling out his first aid kit, gives me a fucking alcohol wipe and shit like that. He's like, "Shit, man. Well, I hope you guys are all right." And we were like, I was like, "Hey, man, just want to know we really appreciate you." And my buddy Chris was like, you know, guys, those lives they say matter, they really don't. Your guys' lives matter more. And then I was just like, yeah, what he's saying is fuck niggers. And the cops just started laughing like crazy. Let us fucking off, bro. We went into the bar and got hammered. Fucking game time. Let's go. Fucking game time, boys. That is one of the best fucking moments of my life. That is one of the fucking best moments of my life, dude.
That's kind of fucked up, but it's
like
fucking
trying that in Chicago,
we're at this
County, bro. all the police officers here are fucking SJW.
Yeah, I see. That's why you can't live by a big city, buddy. You got to get out.
I gotta get out of here. I was planning to go down to Kentucky with Sean.
A vampire, Sean.
The guy in Kentucky who shoots guns.
Oh yeah, he almost killed himself with the 50.
Really?
Wait, hang on. No, that's a different guy. The one guy was shooting the 50 cal. There was the guy shooting a 50 cal, and it fucking blew up, and it serrated. The shrapnel serrated his fucking jugular. So he stuck his thumb in his fucking this neck hole that's bleeding out. He took his thumb in his shirt and he stuck it in his fucking neck hole. He ran there. His dad was there, thankfully, and they fucking drove him to the hospital, and he almost died. Shit was insane. He was using homemade rounds to shoot out of this 50 cal, and it almost killed him.
Bro, fuck all of that, man.
I don't think that was him, but no, him and
fuck all that. I don't play around with that shit, man. I lost my brother in a gunfight like that situation.
Yeah, fuck.
I had to administer CPR while my fucking brother was dying with a bullet in his head, and my family members were police officers that showed up to the fucking house, and literally the middle school resource officer, the dude that literally would be like, "Hey, you fuckers better stop smoking in the bathroom and get to class," showed up while I'm literally like pounding on dude's chest and like
Jesus.
like yeah, I don't know. Honestly, bro, I kind of forgot we were live for a second.
You're cool, dude.
But listen, that's I just like I don't even fucking like I don't know, bro. Like that shit just I get like pretty fucking fuck that shit. Like right now, my right nut is just like.
Play around with
Yeah, I mean, I own
the guy who always has guns, and then you remember
Brandon. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of him. I know Brandon. I'm not a fan of him.
Demolition Ranch, dude.
I don't want to talk about that. No, fucking. I'm not even gonna talk about that. I don't even care enough about that. I will in a little while. I don't care about it enough to even talk about it, to be honest. But what was I gonna say? Fucking. Well, but honestly, like I own like one or two guns. The rest of my guns got lost in a Dwarven mining accident. But I think. Yeah, dude, I lost my guns in a fucking Dwarven mining accident, dude. It's so fucked up. I was with Bilbo and shit, dude, and fucking I had all my guns, and then the fucking mine collapsed in, and like both of my ARs got crushed by fucking rocks and shit. I don't have.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, dude. I am so fucking serious, actually. I was with 6 or 7 dwarves, and we were mining through the fucking Smoky Mountains, West Virginia, where all those crazy fucks live up in the mountain. And so we were mining for this fucking radium ore that was down there. And we had gotten pretty far. They had some like kind of cool fucking drills and shit and like jackhammers, but they mostly used.
I can't tell if you're being serious right now or Sam hiding my hand.
No, dude, I'm being completely serious. Let me keep going. I'm not even fucking around. You got to listen to me. So we're fucking mining down there. A lot of dwarfs are just using pickaxes with brute strength. And I'm kind of like supervising them. I'm their supervisor because they're not as smart as me. So I kind of like keep things going along. Yeah. Yeah. Like actual short people, because they're better for the tunnels, dude. They're better for the tunnels. Yeah. So when you're mining radium ore, they use actual fucking dwarfs, and they're small enough to get in the tunnels and get radium ore. But anyways, they're fucking mining and shit, and there's the fucking sound. There's this fucking rumbling sound, and I have my fucking one AR strapped to my back because there's these fucking creatures that crawl around down there, and they fucking suck the dwarf's blood, dude. And so I'm fucking strapped up. Yeah, I'm fucking for real right now, dude. So I'm fucking strapped up. I got my fucking my old school M16 AR. I got a fucking bandolier of fucking mags around me and shit, dude. And then they fucking come out and start attacking, and I'm fucking shooting them, right? And I run out of ammo, so I always pick up my second school shooter. Terrific. That's my second gun. I got it in Minecraft. They almost look like Alien, like the reproductive aliens that latch onto the face. But they fucking like latch on. No, dude.
You're fucking for real right now.
Yeah. They no, dude. So these things they latch on. Yes. Yeah, hang on. Hang on. Just hang on. Just hang on, okay? They don't suck the fucking faces of the dwarfs, dude. They suck their fucking cocks.
I see. This is one of those. I got it.
Motherfucker! I got you, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I'm like, look, I don't believe him, but this is amazing.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. As soon as I said it and you kept going, you're like, wait, what? I just had to go with it, bud.
No, because I didn't know if you really said dwarfs, and I'm like, oh,
I was talking about like dwarfs from fucking Lord of the Rings.
As soon as you said dwarfs in Smoky Mountains, I was like, I think this nigga is on some shit.
Anyways, what are you guys doing?
Man, like that was great.
Was it pretty good?
It was great, man. You had like Vans on. As soon as you said Scooby-Doo, I was like, he's dressed the part, but all the dwarves, they got like fucking coal on their faces, and you look like you just got out of fucking second period, but you're there.
Yeah.
You're really there, you know. You gotta shoot some. You got the fuck. I don't know why you got like you got the fucking the bandana around your neck, and as soon as you have to use your weapon, you put it over your face. Like for some reason, you got to like the FBI because you don't want your mom to know that like you slaughtered all those younglings.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Look who's come.
Hey. What?
Little Bella.
What?
My cat's coming.
My cat's on the couch right now. Fuck. Oh.
She always has to check in with me. She's on my lap right now. She's always gotta be by me.
That's how my cat is, dude. I fucking love cats. Cats are the best. Yeah, they're like really healing for your soul too, when they're just like sitting there purring and shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's like soothing.
I didn't think I'd become a dog person, but I got this senior dog that like she looks at me and is more like, yo, what's up? Like, what are we gonna do? Or like,
that's awesome.
You know, than like any cat I've ever owned. And I mean, like, cats are dope, but it's like I grew up with the cats and all that, and you know, working with dogs and like having a couple dogs. I'm like, yeah, German Shepherds, cool, whatever.
Yeah, they're cool.
But they like throw the ball and then you have to tell them to stop jumping the table. I've never had to like I've never experienced enough breeds to know that like the spectrum of cats goes from fucking lions to house cats. The personality of house cats, there's different colors, of course.
Yeah.
And I think the spectrum of dogs is much wider because you have retarded ass dogs.
Yep.
And then you have some dogs like a greyhound or whatever.
You have a bunch of inbred breeds. They're all inbred.
Yes, man. Yeah. Like you've seen videos of the dogs that can push the buttons associated with words and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've got so many buttons on the ground at some of these people's houses where the dog's able to talk like full on structured sentences.
That's fucking wild.
Able to name other cats or like
well,
able to name like other
I had a theory.
I saw this one video.
Like
Mate, where this lady's cat passed away and the dog kept asking, "Where's cat?" or like the cat's name because there was a button for the name, and the owner had to explain to the dog that the cat died.
That's sad.
You were able to actually see the dog compute it properly through the amount of back and forth they have.
That's sad.
Language index that the dog understands. Never knew that dog.
That's amazing.
That smart. And I'm sure cats could be in their own type.
Well, I have a theory. Well, I got a theory though about dogs and cats. All right, it's so weird about dogs and cats. Dogs and cats love us so fucking much, and we never ask why, right? Humans and dogs are like interlinked, and cats.
Yes.
Humans are interlinked with dogs and cats to the end of time, and why? Nobody asks why. I think that a lot of dogs and cats are reincarnations of like bad people that fucked up, and they're at the lowest level.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, like each cat and each dog like has that.
Yeah.
Like my cat, like she's super attached to me. She's almost like a dog. How she.
That's how my cat is too. She gives me.
I'm a husky, and my husky, he acts like a fucking cat. Like he's very, like he likes to be off by himself. He likes to sleep on the sofa most of the day.
Yeah.
He doesn't really bother me most of the day until it's like feeding time. But he knows how to show affection. And he shows it his own way. And he like this dog, like because usually dogs like to lick and stuff.
Yeah.
My dog doesn't like to lick me.
That's
like,
badass.
He's on his own way.
That's pretty cool.
And he's an older dog too. Like he's like 12 or 13.
Damn.
14 now. Like he's older now. Yeah. So.
Like
he's an old.
My cat like gives me kisses and shit, and she just loves me, dude. She sleeps with me every night. I mean, and she knows her name and shit. And I know she might not be able to push buttons like the dogs can, but like on an emotional level, I think certain cats are more emotionally sensitive than dogs.
Yeah, on like a telepathy standpoint.
Yeah, I think cats have a telepathy shit with us. I really do think that they show how smart they are in different ways.
Exactly.
But
that's why like people would be mummified with their cat or their dog.
I want to be buried with my cat.
In the agnostic Egyptian times, because like that level of like symbiotic relationship that we've had since the ancient times.
Yeah.
But of course, that has to have gone back before we were ever able to picture that in a hieroglyphic, because the way that the cats were pictured in the agnostic Egyptian times, they still resemble the modern house cat. And I believe that whatever cats were like thousands of years ago or like hundreds of thousands of years ago, wherever the symbiotic relationship between cats and dogs and humans actually started a long time ago, or specifically cats.
Yeah.
Specifically cats. Because you can see a lot of genetic lineage from like, well, then I guess you could say the same thing for cats. I was about to say that you could see how we go from wolves to like,
fucked up bulldogs. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would say cats have less ways to be morphed into fucked up abominations that like dogs are. Like
You know what? Here's my theory. You know what? Pandas aren't real. Pandas aren't.
They're just robotic. Are they robots? What are they?
Pandas. Well, he's like, I think some pandas in the zoos are people in suits, and that could be. But I think pandas.
What if they're robots?
Like I think pandas are really fucked up, like breed of dogs.
Dude, they could. What if they are? They're just like abominations made in a lab. They're just abominations made in a lab for the pleasure of fucking humanity. Oh god, they don't even know how to fuck. They don't even know how to fuck each other.
Create a species. If we wanted to create a species that we can pretend is endangered.
To control land and control land.
Yeah.
Dude.
We need to regulate bamboo, so we need to genetically modify a fucking dog.
I can't. That's so fucked up. They fucking modified dogs to make pandas.
I can't believe they did that shit.
Dude. Oh, dude. Okay. Fucking human chimerism, dude. That's something I want to talk about.
Yeah, on a serious note, you gotta explain it again. I feel like I've heard of what a chimera is.
A chimera is where they take two species and meld them together. So that Alex Jones was talking once that they had fucking humans mixed with like monkeys and dogs and shit and like dolphins, like, and they were just in a lab fucking sit in a water thing just sucking like air, just fucking barely existing, and they're all fucked up. And did you guys see the Soviet Union when they fucking combined dogs? They cut one dog's head off and kept its heart, and then sewed its heart and stomach inside this other dog, and they had a two-headed dog walking around for a couple days before it died. That video fucking scares the shit out of me, dude. I hate that shit.
That's a real video?
Yeah, that really happened. It's so horrifying, dude. It's in black and white. It's like from the 40s or the 50s. They fucking cut off one dog's head, like a little dog, and then they installed the dog's like heart and stomach inside next to the bigger dog, and then sewed the head on. And then they just watched it walk around and live kind of for a couple days. Like the little dog would try to eat and shit and be all fucked up attached to the big dog. I'm not lying about this shit. This shit's real. You can look it up. I'm not bullshitting you guys.
Yeah, I think that same level of like absolute pain and suffering that conscious beings experience in 3D reality could be mirrored in when we continue to fuck around and can make things exponentially increase like realism in terms of digital. Like when you start to have like programs running in autonomy to the point where like mathematical things that were put in a computer are then able to create naturally like their own like conscious reality with whatever baseline level it is. That level of like, as soon as your program is no longer able to run properly within your physical hardware, you experience whatever your being's level of absolute suffering is.
Dude, that sounds so fucked up.
Which is why no one's talked about it. Human beings are going to need to.
So you're saying
Save souls in this dimension. If we keep fucking around and playing God, we're going to have conscious beings suffering in the fucking computer, and we're going to need to create regulation about that sort of stuff. And I could just
are you saying that's why? Are you saying that's like when somebody gets in a horrible accident and their entire family dies, including them? That's the kind of shit that goes on.
What do you mean,
to the person's worst reality? So you say the person's worst reality plays out. So that means when we see horrible things happen, that's what it is. In like our
no, what I'm saying is like as soon as I don't know where did you get that?
Well, you said that when it runs out, the person experienced their worst reality. So I'm wondering when we see like horrible shit happen to even good people, that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when somebody's whole entire family gets killed or some fucked up shit.
No, though.
Are you just saying they experience it internally?
I want to get her stuffed, or I want to get her. You can get. I looked online. Like,
I'm thinking really hard right now, and I'm just hearing this motherfucker say some shit.
I just want to get my cat's paw stuffed, so like I can still have her paw.
Oh my god, dude. Where are you gonna put the paw on a keychain? Are you gonna put the? Are you gonna put the cat's?
I want my cat still around forever. I want her mummified.
Dude, I kind of want to do that to my cat. Are you talking about taking the? Yeah, I love Scrubs. Oh, I fucking love Scrubs. Yes, he got his dog stuff.
Yeah, like I want that with my cat.
Dude, would you carry it around like a keychain, like a Lucky Rabbit's foot?
That's what I was thinking.
I would, but you got to make sure. I would, but you got to make sure you got that strong keychain. He's gonna take it and put it on his fleshlight. Cal, talk about some jail times, please. That shit's so funny.
Okay, so here's a funny story. So here's a wholesome. I'll add a wholesome story because I want to go eat here soon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get going too in a little bit.
But so here's my wholesome story. Is when I was first booked in, and I was in 2K with Chucky. Chucky was like this like 4-year-old gangbanger, straight up like gangster. Like he's killed people before.
Shit.
And like. Yeah, and like he got arrested for like having a gun in his car from like some bitch left a gun in his car.
Oh fuck.
And so I was with him, and I guess because I don't know why, but I found this. There's this other prisoner on lower deck, and he's like, man, usually little white boys like you will be scared of me. He's like, why you come up to me? Why are you friendly with me? Why are you cool with me? And I call him Wesley Willis. Because I'm like, you remind me of Wesley Willis. He's like, why? I'm like, because he had this like bump on his forehead from like banging his head.
He was aping out. Was he aping out?
He was chipping out.
He was chipping out. Oh shit, he was chipping. Hey, I will tell you that's a great experience to watch, but from afar. Keep going.
Why you be nice to me? Why you think I'm cool? I'm like, because you remind me of Wesley Willis. He's like, who? I'm like, Wesley Willis. He's like, because he didn't know who Wesley Willis is. You guys know who Wesley Willis is?
He's a musician. I'm looking him up right now. Oh, he had schizophrenia. He had schizophrenia too.
He was a schizophrenic, homeless, big black guy, like 6'5", like fat black guy.
Yeah.
He had like dreads, and he made the song "Rock and Roll McDonald's."
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. No shit.
Oh my god.
I talked about that, and he's like, and he loved that. He loved me telling about. I told him everything I know about Wesley Willis and all this stuff about him. And he's like, you know what, Spider-Man, you cool as fuck, Spider-Man. He's like, here, have this. And he gave me like my first real like prison food. He gave me this like he put it on a tray. It was like mashed up like cookie, they give you like cookies and breakfast bars.
Yeah.
He put like peanut butter on top, so it was peanut butter cake.
Oh, okay.
He gave me peanut butter cake.
Damn.
And he's like, here, try some of this, Spider-Man.
That's like a delicacy in jail, probably, right?
Yeah, you just got fucking inaugurated.
Yeah, dude, that's badass. Keep going.
At first, I was skeptical, like, should I eat this?
Like maybe there's cum in it.
Fuck it, I'm in jail. How much worse can it really get?
For
So
real.
I just put it in my mouth and I start eating it. Dude, this cake is better bakery cake you find out in the real world.
Damn, bro.
It was fucking scrumptiddly umptious.
It's scrumptiddly umptious.
They have nothing else to do, bro. Like, if their cookies taste like ass or whatever, like they should be ashamed of themselves, man. Like, if you can get if you low key can get anything in prison if you know the right people, like you better get some motherfuckers better get some fucking salts. Like,
yeah.
I've seen like TikTok videos where like people in New York are literally like, all right, we're gonna teach you how we do ramen and chicken in jail, and it's like, where the fuck did you get those spices, Miguel?
Yeah, you shove them up your ass, or did you? You
gotta boof the McCormick.
You boof the McCormick, dude. Hey, I said boof the McCormick. Hey, you want to know a desperate time in my life? I fucking stole McCormick fucking poppy seeds because I thought maybe there's a chance there's still some opium on them, and I put them I put them in a fucking bottle and just shook them up with water and drank that shit. And there's a bunch of fucking poppy seeds in my teeth.
That sounds like something Zach would do.
Zach would do that shit. I wish he was in this stream, dude. We gotta get him in stream.
I've been thinking that this whole time. Yeah, but here's the thing: is he can't talk like this because his parents are like, "Who the fuck you talking to?"
Oh,
Like that, and then he would just go right back into his shell, and like it sucks.
that does
Because,
suck.
like, I tried to. Here's like I was gonna. I told his dad. His dad was down with this. Fucking mom shot it down. I was like, dude, I was going to buy this 1984 fucking RV thing, like better than like what's this fucking better than Breaking Bad, but still on that type of vibe. We were gonna make it the stream trailer, bro, and it was gonna be fucking everything, power, everything. It still drove, and it's like, nah, we can't have that on property. It's like, you fucking dude, stay there with you and like play video games and do all this shit. You might as well give him a space where he can do it professionally.
Yeah, let him live his fucking life, and his dad's a musician. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. We're working on it. I've been slowly working on this. Dude, his dad walked in on us, literally smoking blunt, having a campfire in the backyard, and he literally went ape shit. And I went, summon the power of to make me just say things to make him realize how fucking ridiculous it was. And he went from like, get out of my house level, you're disrespecting me. Like, yeah, I was being ridiculous. And I'm like, yeah, bro. I fucking drive out of my way to go hang out with dude to make sure the fucker's not dying, and we could all fucking hang out and like make fucking music, and you're being retarded over a fucking plant that you claim to be a Christian, dude. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. They claim to be they claim to be a Christian, but they hate the fucking plant God made. Like, oh, God made everything, but I hate this fucking plant. God made everything, but I hate this plant. What the fuck is wrong with you, you idiot? You know? Well, boys, I'm gonna get going. This was oh yeah, finish up your story.
Me and Wesley Willis guy in prison, we became pretty good friends, and for like the whole first week, he was making me peanut butter cake every morning and every night. Peanut butter cake.
Hell yeah.
And fucking good in prison. In jail.
You're a bit, dude. Dude. You know how badass that is, Cal. I gotta give you credit, man. This fucking white boy goes into Cook County in Chicago, and he fucking survives, and he makes friends with all the black people. You're a fucking you walked in there like a messiah, and they just loved him. All right, finish your story. Or was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right, this was a great stream, boys. I'm really happy with this. Let's have a good night, everybody. And
How many fucking people were
there was not the highest it got to was 9 people, almost 10 people watching. So that's not bad actually.
And like,
to start,
it's not bad, but like we really do this. There's chemistry to like just fuck around.
Yeah, and then I got my buddy Tat.
Like, there's no
my buddy Tat's gonna stream on Saturday. That's when we're doing the next stream. My buddy Tat is an excellent voice actor, and he's a great storyteller. He's fucking hilarious. I can't wait until you guys meet him. So, anyways, what? Go ahead.
This content and like actually like branching everybody off. Like when we get people listening to this shit, like the things that people see like on the screen associated with their names need to be like the Instagram or whatever that you need to go look up to watch each person's individual content, and it needs to become that sort of a network.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically, like improving on that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Not making enough shit.
Well, you know what the higher level in this life living is making content and not having to work a regular job. And I would love to fucking do that. That's the higher arc. And I would love to jump up there.
Well, I mean, you don't have to jump, bro.
We can climb slowly. We can climb. We'll just climb there.
Once we get off this, I'll message you. We can start working from there.
Okay, sounds good, boys. All right, sounds good. Have a good night.
Take it easy.
Bye.